Hello and welcome to another video. Today, I'm going to be giving my first impressions on the Aune AR5000. And yes, I know that's not how you pronounce the company name, but I'm just going to continue pronouncing it that way because I don't want to have to remember the other pronunciations. So I'm sorry, but yeah. First of all, how is the comfort? Because I think comfort is extremely important. I mean, I found the R50Xs comfortable, but I returned them. One of the main reasons why I returned them, not only because of how damn spicy the treble was, it was just way too much for me. But not only that, I just prefer over-ear headphones. And even though, again, I found the R50Xs very, very lightweight and comfortable, again, I just prefer an over-ear seal, and these are extremely comfortable, even compared to like my HD560Ss, which I find pretty decently comfortable. These beat them out of the fucking water. Like, these are insane in terms of comfort, and I find them even more comfortable than the Sundara, I think. These are really, really good in terms of comfort. The pads are decently thick. They're thick enough. I don't think you really need much more thickness than this, honestly, unless you have a like really big ear. But I think most people, like, these can fit in the ear cups like perfectly fine. And that headband, while it may look, uncomfortable because it's not like, actual padding on the top, it is actually very comfortable. And I don't find like any issues with that whatsoever. And I do like that it kind of just adjusts with your head. It's really, really nice. But besides that, let's actually talk about the sound, because one of the main reasons why I returned the R50X, as I said, was because that had too much trouble. And even though the imaging and the separation and the detail retrieval was very good on those headphones, especially for 150 bucks, I just couldn't get over how fucking insane the treble was. It was just too much. And this is coming from somebody that has used a Sundara before for like a while, and the HD560Ss, which are on the brighter side of neutral. So again, I'm not like shy and like bright headphones or anything. It was just, again, even for me, those R50Xs were just too much in terms of treble. I just couldn't deal with them. Even after EQing them down a little bit, there were still some frequency ranges that were just really spicy in terms of the treble, especially in that sort of sibilant region for me. So I really didn't like that. So that was the main reason why I returned it. But what do I think of these? I think they sound a lot better for me personally in terms of tonality. They're a little warm neutral, and I say a little by a tad. They're like barely warm neutral, but they're a tad warm neutral, which honestly doesn't affect me that much, because warm neutral and neutral, it's kind of going to sound the same to me, because unfortunately, I think it's just the way that my ear is shaped. Everything just sounds really, really bassy to me no matter what. I don't know why. Again, I think it's just best case scenario, it's just the ear shape. But yeah, I do have to reduce basically the bass on every single headphone I get, even if it is such a neutral headphone as the HD560S. I have to reduce the bass on that anyway, because again, everything sounds very, very bass in me. So don't come to me for like bass judgment or anything like that. I'm in no way a bass head. In fact, I actively try to turn it down a little bit to avoid how boomy it is a lot of the time for me without EQ. But even with that being said, the bass is pretty clean and pretty nice on these. One, again, reduced for me personally. And I do really like the bass. It's clean, it's nice, it's punchy, and it's good. And I think for most people, especially those that don't have the bass issues that I do with my ears, you'll really like these headphones, because they're actually pretty smooth. They're energetic enough to the point where they don't sound dark in the treble as well, but not super exciting like a AR5000 or the R50X, to the point where they can maybe be fatiguing over long periods of time. So I think I could actually wear these for like more than probably 5 hours, and yeah, just be perfectly fine with them without having to like take them off or anything because of fatigue, because of like an insane amount of treble. I will say that the lower treble is a tad bit more emphasized to my ears than the upper treble. So I might have to reduce it a tiny bit, and I say might, because I might not have to. I might just get used to the sound signature over time, and I'll try doing that, but if I can't, and if I think the lower treble is a little bit too much for me personally, again, I might just have to reduce it. But I think it's a lot better for me to just have one little frequency range on the treble to be reduced, rather than the entire treble range like it was with the R50X. And I do like the soundstage and the imaging on these, and I've heard that they are very, very good gaming headphones. I haven't tested them out in any games yet, but for listening to music, they're also really, really good. And I think these will also be pretty decent gaming headphones, or not gaming headphones, I mean mixing headphones, even though, yes, the mids are a little emphasized, but not by that much, honestly. They're just a tad emphasized compared to the rest of the range. But I do like that. I like mid-centric headphones, more neutral mid-centric headphones. I appreciate a lot more than like really, really bright or really, really dark headphones. So yeah, that is basically it. I don't have a whole lot else to talk about. The cable is actually really nice. I will point that out. It's way better than just a standard ass like rubber cable that's really not that good. This is actually like more braided, which I do like a lot. So yeah, I do like the default cable quite a lot. And yeah, I found it very, very comfortable. I've found the sound pretty good. Is it better than my HD560S? I would say yeah, by a little bit. The tonality is not nearly as exciting, I would say, as the HD560S, but it's still really, really good. And again, that's kind of what I was searching for anyway, because I want maybe a little less fatiguing of a headphone than even the HD560S over long periods of time, just to, not have the urge to take them off because of how bright the trouble can be sometimes. So yeah, that is basically it, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye.